Hi guys, CD Kez here from Harmony in My Shed, and this is another video about recent purchases. Like I said, I haven't done a video for quite a while, what with work and one thing and another, you know how it goes. So I thought I'd try and play catch up. So here we go. Um, First up, Led Zeppelin BBC session. Now, this is actually pretty good because I think that personally, I think that Led Zeppelin in the early stages of their career were a very fantastic live band, sound wise. It got a bit iffy towards the end of it, you know, from various reasons, which we all know about. But I bought this basically because it was cheap. I don't think I would have bought it if it had been, you know, tenner or something. I would have touched it. But I looked at the track list and I thought, you know, that ain't too bad. So I paid £4 for that, and that was at Stratford Market. So Um, I've played most of this, you know, like over the course of a few days, and it's all right. I've always had a bit of a love-hate relationship with Led Zeppelin because I had a bit of a problem with Robert Plant's voice. I don't know why. I just don't like it. But I think, well, I managed to get past all that basically, and when you listen to the other three, I think, oh, geez, fantastic. But having said that, Robert Plant was a perfect fit for the band at the time. Next up, Frank Zappa, Shaky Booty. Mate of mine, bit of a fan. He kept trying to convince me to buy uh, a Frank Zappa album, and I thought, I don't like it. It's nonsense. It's childish, you know, what I've heard. But I got into Captain Beefheart quite early on because a lot of the punk bands were citing him as a big influence, especially the guitar playing. Wow, it's just phenomenal. And there's different rhythms. So I thought, okay, they'll say, well, all right then. So what album would you recommend? He said, well, the most accessible one, sonically, would be this one. And it's all right. I don't mind it. I haven't played all of it. I got probably halfway through, but it's all right. I don't mind it. It's pretty good. It's not unlistenable. Let's just say that. Now, Yardbirds box set. This starts from 1963, and I think majority of them are live. It's live, and you got the big hits. They're in 65, 66, and then the 66, 67, with all their various members, as we all really quite aware of. If I got to tell you, and I I was never a big fan of uh, early um, British R&B bands because God, I don't know. Just didn't think that. I didn't think that they got the the edge. The what would you call it? Like because of the blues singers from the actual, you know, from the Delta region and the States and that, they actually sounded like they were pissed off. But it's hard to imagine somebody from Richmond, you know, of Rolling Stone, being pissed off with anything. You know, I thought, what the hell are you going to worry about the bleeding river? 'Cause- So, but anyway, and I've played bits and bobs off that, but I don't know. It's great. It's great to hear like all the early stuff, especially live. Yeah, it's great because it must have been even better back then. You know, because it was a new thing and they were doing it properly. I don't know what about it. Anyway, next up. Now, I've got these as a bargain. These are obviously, um, that's a sound check, that album. It was recorded at a sound check, funnily enough, in Atlanta, 1973. And it's actually quite all right. You know, it's got some good versions of Custard Pie's on there, the Wanton song, you know, and Night Flight Scorner. It's all right. I sat down and I didn't go, oh, get off, like I would do years ago. Like I said, I think my ears have been plant proofed. I actually met Robert Plant by accident. Well, I mean, he didn't make an appointment to see me or anything long. I mean, but we was in either Stourbridge or Stourport on Seven. I can't remember when it was. It was a long time ago. And we was in this pub. Yes, honestly. Fucking hell. Pub, you. And we were sat there with a pipe with some friends and that. And this guy walked in, and he obviously looked like a rock star. And I thought, "Oh, poser, bellend." And my mate Paul, who's a big Led Zeppelin fan, he said, "Sure, that's Robert Plant." And I said, "Well, he can't be. He's got two kids with him." Yeah, that's how he looked at me. He said, "I don't see what that's got to do with anything." I said, "No, you're right." Anyway, he goes, "I'm going to go to the bar. Would you like a drink? I'm going to have a closer look." I said, "Yeah, off you go. I'll have a pint." So he went to the bar and he was moving along the bar closer and closer to Robert Plant. And they were started talking. And I thought, "Oh, he's in. Nice one." And I was, he was talking to me for quite a while. And I was waiting for my bleeding pint. I sat there, thirst. It's like being in the desert. I hadn't drinking for 20 minutes. So anyway, I got up, I thought, I'd have this. I'll get my own bleeding drink. I went to the bar and Paul said, "Do you know who that is?" I said, "Yeah." He went, "Oh, okay." He said, "Robert Plant." I said, "Yeah, I can see that." Because, "Hi, mate, how are you doing? All right." He goes, "He's such a nice guy. Really is a nice guy." And Paul said, "Can I buy you a drink?" He goes, "Can't really." So I've got these kids. I don't know who they were. I only found them somewhere or what. But then I've got these. I'm assuming by then that they were his grandchildren. Uh, but Dickens Happy Meals with him, McDonald's Happy Meals, and he couldn't stay. But he did talk for about 20 minutes. And I ain't got a clue what he was talking about, like, because I didn't know absolutely nothing about Led Zeppelin, so I was just standing there smiling politely, taking it all in. But yeah, that's another story. Yep, live in Europe, visual fair, Stockholm, Copenhagen, and live in France. This is 1969 from the two Mission for Life. Uh, Played bits of it. Some of the songs do tend to go on a little bit, like, but I knew that anyway, so I listened to off them and check it off. Now, this is weird. Genesis, first album. Now, I've got to tell you, I have never, ever heard this record. The only time I've ever come into contact with Genesis in the past was like, oh, turn it off. Jesus Christ, I'm getting dusty listening to it. But I like to tell them on my previous videos, but I thought, no, 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 come on, because I mean, I'm a bit older now, and maybe I'll be able to listen to it. So I didn't, and I bought some. And I thought, oh, I can listen to this. But what changed my mind was the Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, because I heard it. I heard one of the songs on maybe the first track. Don't know what it is. I can't remember on one of these radio stations, internet radio stations. I thought that's a fantastic song. I don't tell Genesis. I mean, obviously Peter Gabriel, wasn't it? So I thought I'd explore a bit more of that. And in the previous video, I bought Trick of the Tail, Wind and Wuthering, which I bought from a charity shop. And I this was from I think it was from Stratford Market, and it's £3. This was in the what is his name? King, the chap who went to prison for kiddie fiddling. Jonathan King, that's the man. And it was from that period, and I haven't played it. I haven't played it, but I shall get round to it because I mean, apparently, it's supposed to be like nothing else that they did since afterwards. Uh, Push the Sea Away. Nick Cave. I haven't played this one yet. I must admit, I was a bit put off by Murder Ballads. I thought, oh, God, this is going on forever. But it is the sort of stuff that I would give another chance to. I mean, I've sat listening to Leonard Cohen for years and years, so if I listen to Leonard Cohen, then I can listen to Bleeding Nick Cave. So I will give it another whirl. Um, see, the problem is I couldn't make it through a whole song without skipping all the bleeding time. Like, I've had enough of that. After 4 minutes, the job's done for long. So, but we'll see. Uh, REM, Life is Pageant. Um, uh, I had all the REM stuff on vinyl. because I bought some on their release. I was a massive fan of REM, and I love them. I still love them to this day. I think they're absolutely fantastic. But I saw that I hadn't. This is probably the only album I hadn't got on CD. I got, pretty much the rest of them, but I didn't have this one. And it's not my favourite record. Well, there's some Brahmas on here, kid. But I don't know. But yeah, great. So big REM fan. I bought that. I don't know if anybody's got that BBC live box set that they did of all their sessions, and there's a lot of Glastonbury stuff on there that the BBC broadcast live, from various gigs, and obviously doing sessions for the radio station. Okay, now this one was a mistake. So before we get any smart arse comments, I didn't know, 'cause I don't usually listen to this band. Yes, go on. I can hear you all laughing into your things. It's honestly, I don't mind the Cockney Rejects. I love the first two albums. I think they're fun, but this is fucking hell. I remember when Discharge tried to go down a different route, and it didn't work. I mean, they sound like a god awful metal band. In fact, they were just called the Rejects. And I remember Stinky Turner with Jefferson Turner. What the hell, Jefferson Turner like? But honestly, mate, this is piss. It's horrible. I don't talk about it anymore. Okay, next up, Brucey Boy. Uh, I like Bruce Springsteen. I like this era Bruce Springsteen. The later stuff got on my nerves a bit. Actually, it's crap. But this is all the earlier stuff. I think up till Born in the USA. I'm not sure, but there's some cracking songs on it. Actually, it's one of those collections where it's got a lot of my favourite songs of his on there. So it's like a big best good compilation. And even better, it's live. Bosh. Who are you? The Who. Uh, I bought this. Actually, I bought the album when I was on holiday in Great Yarmouth. I was about 16 at the time because I did Who Are You, the title track, and that song is immense. It's absolutely immense, but the rest of the album, I wasn't really ever impressed. And I bought this because it was cheap enough, and I wanted to see if it was as bad as I originally thought. And no, it was bang on. But it's a good thing to have, and I do love. Uh, it's got the extended version of Who Are You on it as well, so good stuff. Next up for Nits, it is the best of Yes. Uh, Stupid thing is, I've got most of their stuff on CD as it is, in various box sets, but it was cheap. It's one of them. It went actually a five. It was less than that because I managed to knock the guy down. Not literally, that'd be wrong, wouldn't it? Mind you, I never mind. But yeah, so yeah, and um, it's okay. It's okay. I play it, and one of those things I do the washing up to if it's on, and it's just noise around the room, like Last but not least, which is the one that introduced me to Genesis properly. This is a great record, absolutely stunning record. I didn't realise because I have preconceptions about Genesis with all the stupid personal albums that I don't mind so much these days. But when I was younger, I mean, I think with a triple album, I thought, seriously, one's not enough. No, make three. Really piss everybody off. But no, as I said before, with older ears, um, I'm beginning to understand what I'm listening to. I just stopped looking for the wrong things in prog rock and music that I don't understand. I'm trying to find what it is with prog that it's all over the gaff in it. I mean, there's chord changes, beat changes, and that's in the intro. All sorts of things are going on, and they've got these bloody stories that I'm trying to follow. This one's a pissing nightmare. Go onto Google The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway and say what's it about, and your nose will bleed. But I do like this record. I think it's fantastic. Shouldn't do, but I do now. So it just goes to show, really, that when you go hunting around these CDs rather, and you go to markets, I'll go to charity shops, record shops, record fairs, car boot sales, and most of the time, people are just emptying out the attic or they're moving house. Oh, we don't play CDs no more. We've got Spotify and all that nonsense. So you get to buy CDs that you probably would have gone, well, I'm not too sure about that because but it's a good way of discovering new music and going, I should have listened to this years ago. And Genesis is one of them. And I apologise for all the swear words that I used to use when they actually came on. But anyway, take care of yourself and see you later.